crucial stage of the season coming up. 2 big games and the transfer window about to open. Here's hoping by the end of it everything has gone to plan. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Global Domination. I'm Nick from SonickFM, and this is episode 37. As I said in the intro, crucial stage of the season. We've got 2 important games coming up. First, we are at home to Young Lions in the league, and then we have the second leg of the Confederations Cup semi-final against Sembilan. And we'll have a look at why they're important in just a second. But since yesterday, where our last game was the final group game against Bindong, it's just been win after win. Beat Hugong United 4-0. We then went and got revenge on Tampines for beating us in the first game that we played them this season by absolutely destroying them 5-1. Excellent performance from the team there. We then went to Sembilan and we managed to beat them 2-1 in the first leg of the semi-final, so got those 2 away goals and gives us a good advantage going into the second leg at home. And then a very tight game away to Niigata Unicorn. We were only able to win 1-0 there, a goal just before half time, but a win's a win. It's 3 points. So the 2 games now are the Young Lions and Sembilan, both at home. Now, why they are important games? Although Young Lions are currently sitting 5th in the table and they're quite a bit behind us in points, as you can see, we have opened up a bit of a gap at the top. So we're currently 7 points ahead of DPMM, 8 points ahead of Tampines. Both of those teams, however, do have games on hand over us. So we need to keep up the pressure and maintain this gap by continuing to get results, which is why Young Lions is an important game. Especially since if we go back to the schedule, you see we only drew with them earlier in the season. Coming up, we do have a run where we're coming into the 3rd round of games against the teams, so we do have to play the likes of Tampines and DPMM and Balestier again. We've got them to play twice actually, and those are the kind of teams that are coming up behind us, so we need to make sure that we try and maintain this gap as best as we can. Other than that, nothing else really to note. As I said, there is a transfer window which is due to open. If we take a look at the calendar, it opens in just over a week's time, so it's going to be imperative. In fact, it opens just before the next game that we're going to be playing, which is against Sembilan. I didn't realise there was such a gap there, but it's going to be imperative then that we manage to keep a hold of our better players in that window. It lasts for 1, 2, 3, just under 4 weeks. The transfer window lasts, that we need to try and hang on to these players. So what I am going to be doing over the next kind of couple of weeks, obviously off camera, is I'm going to be going through and looking at the squad, looking at contracts which are due to expire. The likes of players like Hamza, Rossley, Mendeki, Mamat, players that are regular starters for us, regularly in the first team. Try and get them tied down for at least another year, so that we don't need to worry about them signing pre-contracts in the transfer window and leaving. But that is all still to come, and that is in the future. Before we do any of that, we need to concentrate on the game against Young Lions, and this is the team that we're sending out to try and get us a result. So we have Sawada in goals, Kanadi, Geylang, Fee and Te at the back, Rossley and Saran at I'll start that again. Rossley and Saran are then the midfield. Keat, Arwan and Foai, the attacking midfield, and Mendeki is leading the line for us. Mendeki on 23 goals for the season. He's not really been playing too well the past few matches. I'm going to assume that's because he's still in a huff over me substituting him. But the sooner he gets over that, the better. So try and keep a run going. We have been on a good run. And get into the game. And I will try and commentate a bit more on the games today rather than having rants about features in the game, etc. I think I was using that more as a therapy session than anything else. Throw in now from Tay to Fwy. Fwy heads it back to Tay. He gets the ball in. Keats there, the back post, but he's offside. That's actually the first offside goal we've had for a number of games. And I'd say he's onside there. Looking at the lines, the yellow line's behind the red one. And I think the yellow line's the one that's supposed to be the player. But we try again now with Canady with a throw in. Arwan wins the header, but can't find Mendeki ahead of him. But Fawai has picked up a loose pass now from Young Lions. He's cut inside. He plays the ball off the back post. Keats there this time. This time he's onside. He grabs his 9th goal of the season. And most of those have came off that left wing. So he's already scored more than he had when I took over the club. When I took over the club, if you remember, after 20 games, I'd started 20 games and he'd only scored 5 goals. And that was playing up front. I'm not sure how many games he started this season, but most of his games have started on the left-hand side and he's at 9 goals. So, much better season for Keat. Excuse me. Bit of indigestion there. Geylang with a throw in now. Keat heads it back out to him. Can he get a ball in now? He drops it back to Rossley. Rossley tries to play the ball in, but it's blocked. Geylang picks it up, however, inside to Saran. Saran to Irwan. Irwan to Fawai. Fawai plays Irwan through. Irwan with the shot, but the keeper manages to turn it behind for a corner. So, a minute to go to half time. We've got a corner here. Irwan plays it in, and Decky was up there, but the defence manages to head it clear. That takes us in to half time. Not too bad a performance in the first half. Could be doing with grabbing another couple of goals, so there is room for improvement. I'm looking at player ratings, which obviously you can't see all of them at the moment. Mendeki's not playing fantastically, neither is Saran. So we'll be keeping an eye on their performances. As the ball's played up, Mendeki can't win it though. And it is Young Lions who have an attack going here. But Geylang does well to cut that out. But it goes straight back to a Lions player. And Kamal plays a big ball forward. I believe he was looking for the striker, but he was offside, I think. So he just let it run through, and Canady picks it up, plays it inside to Fee. He sprays it out wide now to Fawai. Fawai's got Tay overlapping him on the right, but he doesn't use him. He plays it through for Mendeki. Mendeki's through, and Mendeki scores his 24th goal of the season. Another assist for Michael Fawai. And Jean-Pierre Mendeki, he might be in a huff, but he's been an excellent signing this season. Both of those players have. Said it before, but 2 absolute key signings for the success we've had this season and for the way we've been playing. I mean, it's no shock that when so it's the red line is the offside, is the player line, and the yellow line is the offside line. In that case, Keat was offside for the goal that was ruled out. But yeah, it'll come as no surprise that if neither of those players play well, then the team don't play well. But Arwan's running through here, 1-on-1 with the keeper. A good save from the goalkeeper. I say 1-on-1. He had a couple of defenders around him, but the keeper does well to save it and put it by for a corner. Arwan to take the corner now. He plays it in. Mendeki's up there again. But again, headed clear by the defence, and Young Lions try to counter-attack now. It's Mazlan on the left-hand side with it. He tries to play the ball in, but is well blocked away by, I think that was Fee at the back. Okay, so just under half an hour to go. Let's have a look at what we can do to change things around. Saran is still not having a great game, so we're going to bring Ramley on for him. And to be honest, Rossley's not playing great either, and he's looking a bit complacent, so we're going to bring Mamat on for him. And that'll do for the moment. I'll just keep an eye on things as we go on. Keep with a corner in now, and it goes all the way through, and then there's a penalty. I think that was Irwan that was trying to get it, but Mazlan apparently gave him a push in the back. So it's Tota Kiang to step up for the penalty. He scores. Keeper unlucky. I think he just gets a hand to it. That's his 5th goal of the season. As you can see it again, straight down the middle. Yeah, keeper gets a hand to it, but it's not enough to keep it out. All he does is divert it into the corner. And that's 3-0 now. So I think it's safe to say we've definitely got revenge for the draw earlier in the season. Assuming that we don't have a massive meltdown. Abdullah with a long range effort is wide of the post. Good strike though. Yeah, assuming we don't have a massive meltdown in the last 15 minutes, it's safe to say that we've managed to gain a measure of revenge. Corner in. Abdullah's up there again, but it's just over the bar this time with his header. A couple of opportunities he's had now. Darren Tay does well to cut out the long ball, and Irwan's on it now. He drives into the box, he gets a shot away, but it's a tame one straight at the keeper, who saves it easily. Final few minutes of the game, and we're into injury time. We have a throw in here. Tay throws into Ramley and gets it back from him. Plays it up the line looking for Fouai, but it's cut out by the defender. And it's Abdullah through again. Excellent tackle there from Darren Tay. And Ramley has managed to pick up a loose ball in midfield, and Irwan's coming forward with it, but again, excellent tackle there from the Young Lions midfielder. And Sawada does well to come out and mop up the loose ball. But it's still Young Lions coming forward with Mazlan on the left. Gives it back to Irfan. Irfan plays the ball over the top for Abdullah. Abdullah's through, and this time, third time we've seen him get through on goal, and this time he manages to score. To be honest, seen that one coming after he missed his first couple of efforts. I had a feeling that the next time that we saw him getting through on goal, he was going to score. It's just one of those things you assume is going to happen. But I think that's too little too late from Young Lions, and a comfortable enough victory in the end for us. I'm very pleased with the result and the performance. Something from Fouai. Passing was a joy to behold. And that's 7 straight wins for us now, apparently, which is excellent. We're going and look at what that does for the league. DPMM, they only drew with Tampines, which is a fantastic result for us. That makes it 9 points we're clear now of DPMM and 10 on Tampines, both still with that game in hand, of course. But that gives us an even bigger gap now, with both teams still to play one more time. I believe it's only one more time for Tampines. I think it's only one more time for DPMM as well. Yeah. So results in those two games when we get to them could be what clinches the league for us. Okay, after that excellent result, I'll be back in just a second. Well, it'll be just a second for you. I'll be quite a few minutes for me, since I've got a couple of weeks to play through, for the second leg of the Confederations Cup semi-final against Sembilan. And we are back now with the Confederations Cup semi-final second leg against Sembilan. And this is the team for that game. We have Sawada in goals, Kanadi, Kiang, Khalid and Darren Tay at the back, Ramley and Rossley in midfield, Saran, Irwan and Fouai as the attacking midfield, and Mendeki as our striker. We'll get into the game and see if we can hold on to our 2-1 lead. How big of an absence will Chanyuk be due to suspension? We'll deal with it because we don't have another choice. Would you prefer to face Sembilan? Are you happy with Darren Tay's form swing back? He's playing at the moment. It'd be stupid to make changes. Okay, Only bit of kind of news to bring you from in between the games is apparently there are rumours of a potential board takeover, which will be interesting. But they are only rumours at the moment. Fly plays into Saran, but Saran is offside. I really hope we're not going to start this again. That's 2 games in a row now with a goal disallowed for offside. Fly plays it in, and yeah, he's offside. And it is Sembalan now trying to build something from the back. But Darren Tate does well on the right hand side to pick the ball up in the corner. Plays it forward looking for Mendeki, but Mendeki can't win it. And it is Sembalan coming forward again. Ball headed on there by the forward, but there was nobody ahead of him. They've got it on their left hand side now. Plays it inside, and Sabri trying to feed through the attacker, but it's defended well. And Fouai has done brilliantly on the right to win the ball. Feeds Mendeki through. Mendeki with the shot from long range. He gets his 25th goal of the season. And another assist from Michael Fouai. It's a combination I've seen I don't know how many times this season. Thought Mendeki could maybe have taken another couple of touches into the box or even squared it to his left where I think that was Irwan that was running through. But got the shot away and it snuck in at the near post. Corner now, Irwan in, and it's Saran gets his header away there, but it's over the bar. He can't keep the header down. And coming up on 15 minutes into the game, we're going well so far. No shots on goal for Sembalan so far. It means we're defending well. We've got a throw in on the left with Kiang. He finds Saran, who nods it back out to him. He first time plays the ball back in, and Fouai's there with the header. Again, can't keep the header down, and it's over the bar. Half an hour gone, and we're still quite comfortable, you know, in control of the match so far. And it's 3-1 on aggregate as well. I would like to see a bit of a better performance in the second half, though, from a few players. The likes of Saran and Kanadi are not really playing excellent at the moment. So there's obviously something going on down that left-hand side for us that is not working. But I'm very happy with the way things are going. I mean, if we have a second half like we just like the first, then, you know, there's absolutely no worries at all. Header there from Ismail for Sembalan, but Sawada is equal to it. And he tries to get something going, finds Mendeki with a long kick out. He nods it back down to Saran on the left. He gives it to Kanadi, who was coming up on the overlap. The ball in from Kanadi is a poor one, though, and Zulkifli comes out to claim it. Looking at the player ratings for Kanadi and Saran, I'm thinking I'm going to be changing that left-hand side shortly. The ball is on the left-hand side for Sembalan. Well, they're right or left. Ball into the box, but the shot is way off target. Khalid has it now at the back. Plays a big ball forward looking for Fouai, but it's cut out by the left back for Sembalan. He tries to play the ball forward to his own attacker, but Sawada comes out and claims it. It's a bit like a bit of a kind of tennis match at the moment. It's backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. The long balls that both defences are dealing with quite comfortably, but it's a corner now for Sembalan. Sabri with the corner. He swings it in. Rossley's up there to head it clear. Manamaran plays it back to Sabri. But Sabri was offside when he received the ball back. Right. 56 minutes gone, and I'm going to make changes to my left-hand side. Kanadi is on a yellow card, and he's not having a great game at all, so we're going to bring Zulkifli on for him. And Saran, likewise, not having a great game, so we're going to bring Keat on for him. And that'll do for now with the substitutions, and we've got a throw in now from Zulkifli. Finds the head of Keat. Keat knocks it in, and Kiang is there with a header, but again, it's over the bar. A few chances we've had with headers, but we've just not been able to get the headers on target. I don't know why the headers aren't working for us today, but we're attacking again. Zulkifli has it on the left. Plays it forward looking for Mendeki. Mendeki's fouled, but Irwan picks up the ball. And the attempted pass forward by Rossley was cut out by the Sembilan defence. Rossley should be very familiar with Sembilan, having played against them for Selangor. And that name, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but Sabri, you see, has the ball, plays it back to Rossman. Rossman with the ball over the top for Name. He gets through and manages to slot it underneath Sawada to level things up for them. And it's 3-2 on aggregate now, and they've pulled one of the away goals back. Clearly onside. Just timed his run really well. And with just about 15 minutes left to play, need to tighten up a little bit. And for the last 10 minutes, I think we'll make a final substitution. Ramley's on a yellow card, but Rossley's not playing well. To be fair, Ramley's not playing that well either, but I think we're going to take Ramley off for Mamat just because he's on a yellow card. We don't want to get down to 10 men in the last few minutes. We want to try and hold on to things here. I'm tempted to drop back on the mentality as well. He has the ball from a throw-in. He finds Irwan coming in to the box. I can't speak today. I don't know what's wrong with me. The ball's bouncing about a bit in the air, and Fawai has picked it up on the right-hand side. He drives the ball into the box, but Suleiman is able to clear it. It only goes as far as the defence, and Mamat has it. He plays it to Mendeki to Keat, and Mendeki's fed back through by Tan Chung Keat. Jean-Pierre Mendeki, his 26th of the season, he's second of the game. And again, he's scored so many important goals for us this season. That is another one. With just over 7 minutes of regular time left to play, he's got through and scored the goal, which could be the goal that sends us to the final. Makes things a lot more comfortable for us because it's now 4-2. We've opened up a bit of a gap again in the game. He wins the ball. Okay, so Keat won the ball, played it down to Mamat, who played it into the middle of the box, and Irwan was there to score. To make it 3-1 on the night and 5-2 in aggregate, I think is what happened. Let's see. Keat wins the ball from the throw-in, nods it down to Mamat. The ball in from Mamat was just a hopeful one into the crowd, and Irwan was the one that managed to come up with it and slot it home. Excellent, I feel a lot better now. Less than 5 minutes to play. Offside, that's okay. I was just about to say maybe I don't feel as comfortable as I did a second ago, but offside. So yeah, clearly offside. 2 players offside, in fact. Last couple of minutes of the game now, we're into injury time, and we've got a 3-goal lead on aggregate. I think we are comfortably through to the final. Be interesting to see who we get in the final. Mutalib is through here, and he misses a big opportunity to grab another one back. Corner now for Centre, but it's headed clear, and Rossman has it. Crowded out by the defence, so Irwan does well. He plays it forward to Mendeki. Mendeki driving down the right-hand side with it. He doesn't have any support, and eventually loses out to the tackle from Suleiman that goes for a throw-in. Throw-in now coming in from Kelly. Looked like he was winding up for a big throw, but wasn't really that big a throw. But it doesn't matter. End of the game. And that is 3-1. The Geylang International over Sembilan of Malaysia. Happy with how this tie went. That sees us through to the final. Extra bit of cash. We'll see who we get in the final, and it's Line City Sailors FC. LC Sailors. How have we done against them this season? Last time we played them, we absolutely trounced them 6-2. First time we played them, we drew 2 each. So, that's a big advantage for us. In fact, as the schedule stands at the moment, play them 3 times in a row. Play them in the first leg of the final, then in the league, and then in the second leg of the final. Wonder if that might change. But as it stands at the moment, that's how it's going to be. So, at the end of the episode then, things, as I said in the introduction, hopefully things are going to plan. Or hopefully things go to plan, sorry, by the end of the transfer window. And so far, they are going to plan. We won both the games in the episode. Need to keep winning though. We've still got some important games coming up. As well as the final, obviously, of the Cup. With all that being done then, I'll go into the press conference in just a second. We will come back with... I'm tempted to just do the 2 legs of the final. So play 4 league games. In fact, do you know what I'll do? I'll come back with the second leg of the semi-final, and I know what I'll do. Ignore what I just said. I will plan to come back for the games against LC Sailors in the final, both the first and second leg. If, however, something happens in the league to a point where Tampines are snapping at our heels a little bit, then I will come back for the second leg and the game against Tampines, because that will then be an important game. And that wraps it up for episode 37. Now, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. If you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any videos going forward. I upload daily at 8 PM UK time. And as always, thank you very much for watching.